I came from Jesus.
Today's word is reciprocity. Reciprocity. Don't ask me to do a damn thing that you wouldn't do for me.
Hello everyone. Protect children. Protect children. Children should be protected at all costs. Under no circumstances should any child feel afraid or feel that they are in danger from an adult. It is unfathomable that an adult could feel comfortable doing unsavory things to a child, thinking it's okay. Now, Shantiri Weems thought that she had married a good person. Turns out she was married to an evil, demonic mind who thought that he could manipulate her, deceive her, and hurt the children that were placed in her care, which ultimately led to the situation I'm about to highlight. I did commentary on this story a few months ago, and they are now interviewing her in prison. Now, this story is unfortunate, sad, and very triggering. But if you would like to have more details on what occurred, check out that video that I did prior to this one. All right, now listen to this.
How are you? Bruce Leshan.
The judge says Shantiri Weems took the law into her own hands. But she says she snapped, and some supporters see her as a kind of avenging angel, seeking justice for horrible crimes against children.
I was emotional.
Her backers were stunned last month when a judge slapped the 50-year-old with a 4-year sentence, twice what even prosecutors recommended in a plea deal.
Despite my surroundings, I'm doing okay. I have a lot of supporters and people who uplift me and help me survive.
Prosecutors have charged her husband, James Weems, with 33 counts of rape and child sex crimes. He's awaiting trial, and his lawyer is declining to comment.
Don't let them sweep this under the rug. The man is still alive. And
right from the start, the internet was filled with support for Weems under the hashtag #FreeShantiri. She shot her husband, a retired cop, twice in his room at what was then DC's Mandarin Oriental Hotel, where he was staying while providing security at the Urban League convention. The judge said her attack on her husband was premeditated.
Now, I believe this is the part of the law that they really got her on, because they believe that it was premeditated, and they'll present the evidence to substantiate their claim. But even though this is the case, I do believe that the judge could have done things differently, because it was within his power to do so. Now let's continue.
Not spontaneous, that police had told her days earlier that they were investigating him, and they'd shut down her little kid's castle in Baltimore County while they looked into the allegations of child sexual abuse.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why women feel so comfortable leaving men around their children or children unsupervised. Men lack compassion and boundaries. And with all the things that have been happening around us, you still have to learn hard lessons. They're unnecessary. Now let's continue.
The only person I had to find out information from was my husband. And he kept saying he didn't do it.
And you believed him?
I did believe him.
But then, she says, the mother of one of the children, a child she'd loved and cared for years, said they had to talk.
So I saw the pain in her face, and I knew that she was not lying. She finally said it was my husband.
You think about that child all the time.
All the time. I think about all the children all the time.
You felt this complete betrayal of trust?
I was totally broken. I felt like the blood had just drained out of my body because
Now I'm trying to avoid a copyright strike because of the background music. That is why I keep interrupting the audio. So please, have patience. Bear with me. This is the necessary evil in full effect. Now let's continue.
again, this is my husband. I trusted him fully. He was supposed to help me protect these children. He always told me he was my protector. So when I heard this, I just felt like my world had just ended.
She took her first drink in 20 years, and according to prosecutors, texted her business partner, "I'm going to kill him and then myself." She drove to the hotel and angrily confronted him.
I snapped. I'm not a violent person.
The first shot was in the neck,
Yes,
and then you shot him in the leg.
yes.
So you had to think about it between those two shots, right?
No,
You didn't think about it.
no.
The judge made a lot of this issue. He suggested that you were out to intentionally maim and cause long-term pain to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you meant to do?
No,
You thought about killing yourself?
I did. I feel I let my family down. I feel I let my those kids down. I do. I think I just trusted the wrong person.
You said at the hearing that you were sorry.
I regret it.
Would you go so far as to apologize to your husband?
Part. Why was that question necessary? Now she looked visibly shaken and surprised at the question. Why would she apologize to him? She was acting in defense of defenseless children. Apologize? Anyone apologizing should be him, and that would not be enough. You know, clearly she's a victim of circumstances. So the question is distasteful. Now let's continue.
Apologized to him when he apologized to those children.
Weems filed for divorce late last month. She has been cooperating with investigators who have charged her husband with molesting 4 different children, boys and girls, 9, 10, and 11 years old.
I think about all the children all the time.
And she hopes when she gets out of prison in about 4 years to start a non-profit to fight child abuse.
And I'm definitely going to make a great batch of lemonade from these lemons that I've been dealt.
Weems' lawyer has just filed a motion asking the judge to reconsider her 4-year sentence.
This story is so upsetting and triggering that it gives the appearance as if, the court system works against people who are trying to do the right things. Nonetheless, vigilante justice is unacceptable in a civilized society. We understand that, right? Matters that, engage of a judicial nature has to be adjudicated in the court of law. We get that. Nonetheless, the mitigating circumstances in this case should have informed the judge, and he could have given her a lesser sentence without even acting as if he was favoring her actions. Not a legal person, but I've spoken to a few legal minds, and this is possible. And I've also seen cases where judges have taken the initiative to lessen sentences given the circumstances. And this is such a heinous crime. As it is heinous. Only imagine how hopeless she felt in this moment, And she acted out of compassion. I do believe she acted out of compassion. She felt that she had to do something to at least protect those children. I believe it was more compassion than it was malice. She had to stop him. She felt that she had to prevent him from trying to do this again. I know it's unfortunate that the judge did not use his judicial power to apply a lesser sentence, but now there seems to be some hope because her attorneys have filed a motion, I believe it is, asking the judge to revisit his decision and to apply a lesser sentence. I don't believe this lady needs to be in prison for 4 years. I do not think that this is fair. Anyway, let us see what happens from here. As always, stay safe and be self-aware, and subscribe for more snippets of wisdom and real talk. See you in the next video.
I said what I said.